Greetings everyone, JC here for Interface. Today we're going to be talking about headphones, and in particular we're going to be reviewing the Audio-Technica ATH-M40FS studio headphones. There's a lot of different kinds of headphones out there, and in the professional audio world people develop allegiances to particular brands. In radio, for instance, a lot of people love Sonys and say that Sonys are the only headphones that they would ever use. In recording studios, you'll hear names like Bear. You'll also hear a lot about AKG and Audio-Technica. We're going to look at one of the Audio-Technica products today. Now, before we get started talking about headphones, let's talk a little bit about transducers. In the world of audio, if you want to start an argument, all you have to do is start talking about transducers. A transducer is a device that converts one type of energy to another. We're talking about speakers, headphones, microphones, phono cartridges. They're all examples of transducers. In the case of the speaker, a speaker converts electrical energy into physical energy that actually puts vibrations in the air that our ears pick up and we call sound. Microphones do the exact opposite. They pick up these vibrations in the air and convert them to electrical signals that we can record or amplify. Phono cartridges are transducers, but they're a little bit different because they're not designed to pick up vibrations in the air, but rather interpret the squiggles cut into the surface of a record and turn that into an electrical signal that can be amplified. Headphones are really just tiny speakers, and they are in little cases that go on your ears. Still, just like all transducers, they are very different from one brand to the next. As a matter of fact, when we talk about the frequency response and the impedance and the sensitivity of different devices, when it comes to transducers, there is no greater variation. No speaker or pair of headphones or phono cartridge, for that matter, is truly flat. When you say that an amplifier has a flat frequency response, you assume that the same amount of power will come out as went in over a broad range of frequencies, 20 to 20,000 cycles per second, let's say. In the world of speakers, microphones, and phono cartridges, if you actually graph the response, they are never actually flat. There's all kinds of peaks and valleys. Because of this, choosing a transducer that's right for you is a highly personal thing. You actually have to hear it. If somebody says these are the greatest speakers in the world, and you go listen to them and you think, well, I don't really hear what you're talking about, it's not because they're right and you're wrong, or you're not hearing what they're hearing. It's just that your ears are different, and ears respond differently to different sounds and different characteristics in transducers. So you could have one set of speakers that you think are the greatest sounding things in the world, and your buddy wouldn't like them, or vice versa. So transducers are a highly personal choice. Audio-Technica is a company that knows a lot about building very fine transducers. They make great microphones, phono cartridges, and headphones. Audio-Technica offers a huge line of headphones to both the consumer and the professional. Today we're going to take a look at their studio headphones, the ATH-M40FS. The Audio-Technica M40FS headphones are designed for use in recording studios, radio stations, or anywhere somebody needs a good, sturdy, reliable pair of professional headphones. Most headphones that are offered in both the consumer and professional markets today come with a molded 1/8 inch stereo phone jack as the standard connector. Many of these headphones also ship with an adapter that allows you to plug the 1/8 inch phone plug into a 1/4 inch phone plug. These little adapters are great, but sometimes they can cause issues, especially in radio stations where you have older mixing consoles where the headphone jacks are actually recessed a little bit into the cabinet. It's easy to lose the connector and have to run out and get a pair of pliers just to pull the connector out so the next guy can plug his headphones in. Also, over time, wear and tear on both the adapter and the 1/8 inch plug can create connectivity problems and cause noise on the line. Audio-Technica, for their M40FS professional headphones, completely bypassed this system and put a large professional 1/4 inch jack with a spring reinforcement on the cable and the ability to open the jack and repair it should a connection come loose. You can still use the M40FS headphones from Audio-Technica with devices that have a 1/8 inch phone plug for headphone output. All you have to do is get yourself an adapter that will allow you to plug a 1/4 inch plug into a 1/8 inch plug. Make sure it's stereo. They're relatively cheap and they're available at most audio supply houses. However, you're going to have to get this on your own. They do not come included with the M40FS from Audio-Technica. Taking a look at the M40FS headphones from Audio-Technica by the numbers, we see that they have 40mm drivers with neodymium magnets, and it's copper-clad aluminum wire construction throughout. Frequency response is rated at 5 to 28,000 Hertz with a sensitivity of 100 dB, a 1600 milliwatt output at 1 kilohertz, and the impedance is relatively low at 60 ohms. Now, this is not as low as many consumer-grade headphones are today, with impedances around 30, so this should be a good medium impedance to work with both studio and consumer-grade equipment. Many studio headphones of the past had impedances as high as 600 ohms, making them almost useless with many portable devices. Now that we've talked about the technical specifications of the M40FS studio headphones from Audio-Technica, let's take a moment and talk about their performance and functionality in the real world. One of the features that I really like about this pair of headphones is the long, heavy cable that comes with them. It's 11 feet long, and when I say heavy, I say it's heavy in a durability sense and not in weight. It's actually relatively light. However, it's not one of those really thin cables that you're afraid you might break at any moment. The length of the cable is important because when you're in the studio, whether it be a recording studio or a radio station or maybe even you're just listening at home, it's nice to be able to move around a little bit while you're wearing your headphones. Headphones that come with coiled cables might have relatively long cables on them. However, those coils tend to stretch and it feels like they're trying to pull the headphones off your head if you walk away from where they're plugged into. Another thing I like about these headphones is the fact that there are no switches or volume controls anywhere in the line. It's a direct connection from the audio source to the drivers in the headphones. Switches and volume knobs tend to get oxidized over time and can cause connection problems. It's better just to leave them out and make all your adjustments at the audio device you're driving the headphones with. The audio performance of the M40FS headphones from Audio-Technica certainly does live up to their claim to be studio-grade headphones. Now, if you're looking for a pair of headphones that accentuate thumping bass or give you super crisp highs, this might not be the choice for you. However, if you're looking for a pair of headphones that give you a very flat and accurate representation of the audio being fed to them from your home receiver or the mixing board in a recording studio or the off-air monitoring system in a radio station, these are a great choice. My initial impressions of these headphones were very positive. First of all, as far as the low end is concerned, although it is not over-accentuated, it does go very, very low. You can hear responses all the way down to 30 or 40 hertz easily. The high end is crisp and clean and accurate. The only thing that I can say negative about them was that when I first put them on, I felt like that the upper mid frequencies were just a tad harsh. Now keep in mind, I'm coming from using AKG K99 headphones all the time, which are very, very warm. However, after listening to the Audio-Technica M40FS headphones for a while, I became very used to them and started to notice lots of great detail. The headphones do require a little bit of volume to get a decent sound pressure level out of them. This might be an issue if you do want to try and use them on things like iPods or any other portable device. However, if you're going to be doing it in a professional environment with a good headphone amplifier or a really good home receiver with a good headphone amplifier built into it, that should not be an issue at all. So how much will a pair of Audio-Technica ATH-M40FS headphones set you back? Well, a quick look online shows some pretty reasonable prices, anywhere between $50 and $60 from the retailers listed here, and that is pretty good for a professional set of headphones that sound as good as these do and are built as well as they are. To sum up, the ATH M40FS headphones from Audio-Technica represent a great value in the world of audio. They're reliable, they sound good, they're well built, and they should last you quite a while, even in a rough and tumble professional audio situation like you would find in a recording studio or radio station. Thanks for watching the video. JC here reminding you to check out live.scottydonline.com for the live interface webcast each Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time U.S. That's 4 p.m. Pacific. And while you're there, make sure that you check out our blog. And if you have any ideas for content for the show, maybe you'd like to contribute a video of your own, we'd love to have you do that. Just send us a message at live@scottydonline.com or click the Contact Us button on the webpage for many ways to get in touch with us. We want you to be a part of the community. While you're there too, check out the Gear Store where you can pick up very cool interface gear. Thanks for watching once again. JC for Interface.